Back in November, the Steelers won a thriller in their previous matchup against the Browns. Can Cleveland get revenge? The answer comes your way next.
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Welcome again, one and all. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And yes, the storyline here, the weather. Snow and more of it expected as this game continues. So how will that impact how this one goes?
Can these teams ignore the distraction and the strangeness of playing in a snow game? Because it actually affects the crowd as well. That big roar you get is often muffled when there's a snow game. And the second part, what's the footwear you got on? Does that fit the turf you're playing on? And how will it handle as things get a little bit slick?
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Fielded right around the 8. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. They'll be led out by their 6'1 quarterback from Old Dominion. It's Taylor Heinicke.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's the first carry for Austin Ekeler. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Heinicke. Right side, Claypool's got it. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure they didn't give up much run after catch.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. There's the stiff arm. Now a hit and a loose football. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game.
I'm going to break it.
I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Heinicke. This is swung out to Ekeler. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down. To throw is Heinicke. Complete. It's Johnson. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Throwing. Heinicke. And that is incomplete. Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
Partner, you know how guys always tell us it's not about the numbers, it's about the win. It's about the numbers, too. Almost 400 yards passing by him last week. What can he do in this one?
Well, earned him AFC Offensive Player of the Week. Maybe he'll try to get 400-plus here and duplicate that honor again. Lawrence's throw caught by Tony. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The numbers last week for Tony: 6 catches, 97 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has, really. And they come up here now, 1st down. They started on the ground with Eckler. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The numbers for him from a week ago: 25 carries, 117 yards.
And well liked by his teammates. In fact, I got on good authority, even though I'm not an investigative reporter, that in their team meeting this week, the offensive line stood up and said, "Coach, we've got to have better yardage for this guy. He's number 9 in the league. He's got to be in the top 3 before the season's over. Let's run the ball."
It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. This defense for the Browns, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Taking it about the 36. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. 2nd drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by the longtime member of these Browns, Joe Schobert. Now, these 2 division rivals, a couple of late games on the schedule this year. Their first meeting, you might remember, was back in Week 10, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And this one's incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Sermon. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Lawrence will throw. And Cook has it, left side. And the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a pretty good throw on the core route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a 1st.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Here's Sermon. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Trey Sermon, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line. Because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. This is a counter play. Eckler. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Well, these two teams met in Pittsburgh earlier in the year with the Steelers prevailing in that one. So they'll be looking for the win here in Cleveland to complete the season sweep. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down. Heineke to throw it. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 3rd down. Here's Heineke. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, right at the 40. Now Heineke. Buying time to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, it had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Here is Eckler. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now the man from nearby Columbus, Ohio, Benny Snell. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 13-yard line. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And Boswell's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Oh, what a move. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
He's relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Sermon. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
13 yards remaining on 2nd down. From the shotgun, Lawrence. He'll find Sermon out of the backfield. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now Lawrence to throw. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
The Browns send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. .46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out come the Steelers. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Play action now. Here's Heineke. Completing it to the right side. Johnson. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That one unable to develop. Never got going. A loss of a couple. And it's second down. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Second and 12. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 45 yards on the ground for him so far.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
The Steelers on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Heineke now. And this is going to be incomplete. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far, here in the second quarter. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. Okay, take us to school here, Charles. On a play like that, pretty successful RPO. What's the quarterback looking at?
Basics. He's looking at the defensive end or the outside linebacker. If that player crashes down to take the running back, quarterback pulls it, runs to the outside end. Some teams, though, will read different players depending on defenses, but basically it's that outside player.
Being chased out left. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Brown. 5 yards remain on second down. On the handoff, Sermon. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 35. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. And Sermon is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. And with the snow here, maybe asking too much of the kicker to try a field goal, so instead, offense on the field, they'll go for it on 4th down. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Sermon now on 1st and 10. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Lawrence. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Lawrence. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call him, the West Coast off?
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Now Heineke. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped. Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming out of that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped. 3rd and long for Heineke. And that is incomplete. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
This is caught. It's Brown. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one in my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
You had to go to the Super Bowl, didn't you? Yeah, I think that's one people remember. But I also know this. In Miami, the infamous one, the snowplow game in New England, when they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker to kick the game winner.
Is that 82?
That was 82. and the Dolphins fans will never forget it.
Well, we're not seeing one of those famous games here, but it's fun to be in the snow nonetheless. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now Lawrence on first down. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence drops this one down to Sermon. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And this is right down the middle as he puts him through. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. We'll get started up at Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, where you see the final score there. Joe Burrow, 5 touchdown passes, leading his guys to the victory. From there, let's head west to see what's going on with the Raiders at home in Las Vegas. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Denver Broncos. Josh Jacobs, over 100 yards on the afternoon thus far with a touchdown run as well. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And this one going the visitors' way as the Cardinals have the lead in that one. The Cards trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats for the Steelers in that first half. And they were able to have a little bit of success on the ground. The question will be, will they stick with it? Or will they be throwing more to try and regain this lead? Meanwhile, for the Browns, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense getting set to go to work here to start the third. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
On second down, it's Sermon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 10. The Browns are going to get a first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Back to Sermon on first down. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. following the pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Now Lawrence. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. T.J. Watt make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Here's Lawrence. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out, and now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
He'll fire this one deep for Eckler. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
To throw again on 2nd down. Heineke on the screen. This is Eckler. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
From the shotgun, it's Heineke.
He gets this one to Johnson.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Running on first down, Eckler. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? It looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
On the give, this is Eckler. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. And let's check on the call. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now a give here to Snell. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
2nd down. Again, they defer to Snell.
He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety, being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU most valuable. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
Yeah, and this just looked like a simple, ordinary play to start, but boy, did things change. Once he got free, it was off to the races, and once he hit high gear, there's absolutely no one who was going to stop him.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And this one's right there, and that pushes the lead to 13-10. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And they'll run with Sermon to begin the drive. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Lawrence. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Checks it down to Sermon out of the backfield. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. And the return man will shuffle through the white stuff, secure the fair catch with both hands. So a change of possession here on the punt. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the 1 touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just want you to know that you agree with me. That's going to get me through this 3rd and 4th quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A 2nd and 10 on a chilly, snowy December day. And I must say, I'm loving it. Kind of putting me in the holiday spirit. Charles hates it. And he's giving me the evil eye, folks. Heineke's throw complete there to Johnson.
He's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Heineke. He finds his man Johnson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
A handoff, it's Eckler. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw, Heineke. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Heineke. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
They go back to the ground now with Eckler. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. From the 16, Heineke. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
It doesn't matter where on the field he is. Even down here in the red zone, he is still slippery with the ball in his hands. And he was almost able to work his way into the end zone. Instead, they'll have to settle for 1st and goal, but they'll take it.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Austin Eckler. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Boswell good with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll go option to the short side. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Throw left side, complete to Tony. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. From the 39, Lawrence. And Cook has it, left side. 7 yards there and a first down. Again, it's Lawrence. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
Here's 2nd and 10. Lawrence will throw.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball, and we just saw there that that's difficult to do, but just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warm enough in your clothing? A million things going on, but the biggest one, hold on to the ball.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And those numbers, they kind of tell the story of his game so far. Started off not so hot. Now he's really heated up.
And remember, he signed up for duty as the guy who leads the team, right? The field general, the signal caller. So when things go rocky early, he can't just exit out and ask someone else to pick things up. He's got to do it himself, and that's what he's done here in this game.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
Now left side on the swing pass. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
On 1st and 10, Heineke. Right side, Claypool's got it.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh first.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense, because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Heineke now looking to throw on 1st down. This is swung out to Eckler.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
From the gun, Heineke.
Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Now Eckler. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the fourth quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. From the 10. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. On first down, Lawrence. It's complete to Brown, right side. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On play action, Lawrence. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. To throw on 2nd and 10, Lawrence. Got a man, it's Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Now Lawrence to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. 2nd and 10. Lawrence going to throw again. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. On 3rd down, Lawrence. Flushed out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll run for it. Sermon. And try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. He needed 2. He only got 1. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Once more, here's Eckler. Gets around him. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 95 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Heineke from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, Johnson, nice grab. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Deontay Johnson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is now 24. 5 plays there on that drive, and it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. From the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. They set up the screen for Sermon. That catch good for only a couple. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Throwing again on 2nd down. Lawrence. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. It's Eckler again. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. They're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Third and short yardage. Heineke. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Pittsburgh, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Browns,